Women are a fantastic mirror, and how women treat you tell you a lot about yourself, because women are ruthless. If they don't see value in you, or if they don't see value they can extract from you, you're invisible. You can go to a nice restaurant with a girl and you can say, how many men are in here? And she'll say, 3 or 4, and she'll ignore every waiter. If they can't get something from you, you're invisible. So how women treat you in general is a good mark for how much value you openly exude. People think that beautiful women are really bitchy and rude. No, they're not. They're actually very nice and soft and sweet. You're actually quite shy and insecure if you're that guy. Because they don't even want to bother having a conversation on any level because you don't exude enough value. So women are a mirror. They'll tell you everything you need to know about yourself, and you should pay attention to it and you should change it.
We're men. You have to take accountability for all these things. What do you mean rejected by a girl? I don't get rejected by girls. Why? This is an interesting question. A guy will come up to me and go, girls reject me. I'll say, okay, well, they don't reject me. He goes, oh, that's because you're big, strong, rich, and famous. Well, then you have the answer. Why are you a skinny little pussy? Women are the mirror to the world. The way women treat you tells you everything you need to know about you. We can complain about women all day long, but I'll sit here and say that women definitely loyal, and they'll clean your room, and they'll make you coffee, and they'll do anything you say. And people will go, oh, only for you. Well, why is that? Because I'm highly achieved. If you want to sit at home and be a loser and be a nobody, and then you expect some hot girl with all the choices in the world to choose you, well, then you're a dipshit, and you deserve to be cheated on and left. There are some complete whores, but then if you're dating a girl who's a complete hoe who will cheat on absolutely every single man she's ever with, why are you even with her? There's plenty of good girls out there that will never cheat. You just can't get them because you're a pussy. I can't sit there and say, here's what you say, bro. Here's the magic word to make her blind and dumb.
Women are a reflection. If you have any weakness inside of you, or if you have any downfalls as a person, a woman's going to show you who they are. If you're too emotional, if you're too easy to get angry, she'll teach you. Piss her off. If you're small, she'll tell you. She'll tell you exactly what is wrong with you when she is mad. She'll sit there and say, you got a short leg and your haircut shit. They'll tell you exactly what is wrong with you. When you look at your bad or your previous relationships with women that went wrong, you can sit there and go, okay, this all went wrong. What has she taught me? She taught me that I'm emotionally affectable. She taught me that if she ignores me, she gets more attention than if she's nice to me. You have to sit there and analyze all the lessons, and you have to implement them.
You have to sit there and say, every single thing that happens in my life is my fault, even if it feels like it's not. Why are you falling in love with a girl who doesn't obey you? Because you have no other options. Whose fault's that? Yours. You are broke and you are weak. You have bigger concerns to address. If you get your shit right, it's amazing how quickly everything else falls into place. But of course, if you're gonna sit there and only focus on the girls with none of the other stuff, DMing them all day, this obsession with girls, bro, girls are a mirror. Girls will tell you everything you need to know about who you are. You need to listen to the feedback. You can't blame women for trying to get the best they can get. So you have two choices. You can either cry your eyes out about it, or you can compete. When's the last time you looked yourself in the mirror and said, okay, am I the best version of myself? Could I do better? What about me would even be attractive to a girl? Or if a girl's acting a certain way or she ain't listening to you, why is she listening to you? But most people don't want to self-reflect. They want to blame the women.
I only mention heartbreak all the time because I know it's a path every single young man goes through. There's up and down. There's rain and sunshine. You have to be that man who's going to go through it all. If you're a man who has a heart broken, why did this happen? You have to know the why to prevent it from happening. You have to analyze the scenario and learn from it. As a man, you have to be accountable for absolutely everything. Every single thing that happens is your fault. You made her leave you, whether you like it or not. You are the reason she became so cold. You are the reason she doesn't listen anymore. You are. You may not have identified why yet, but if you identify why, then you get into your next relationship healed and understanding what you did wrong and learn from it. So a lot of these red pill guys, they want to do exactly like you said, just run around and just bang chicks because they've never looked in the mirror and go, why do these chicks not want to just love me? You're not perfect. There's a lot you learn, but you have to self-reflect and learn and pay attention to the mirror. These men who are afraid of commitment are not blaming themselves like they should. Women just want to love and be loved and feel safe. They want a man that they can look at and they truly know he makes the decisions and I trust him to make the decisions and I love him for that. That's what they truly want. When a woman starts turning on you, it's usually because she doesn't trust you for some reason. She doesn't trust your judgment. If a woman's gone cold on you, you have to sit there and go, okay, she doesn't trust my judgment. What have I done that made her doubt me? It's not her fault. Every single time a woman leaves you as a man, it is your fault. Always.
You have to realize why she left or why your heart is broken so that you can change certain things and grow. If you're an intelligent person and you crash your car, you sit and say, how did this happen? Why couldn't I move? Why didn't I see it? Why am I on this road in the first place? Like a professional analyzes everything from a position of what they could do about it, having control over all things. If you ask an amateur why his heart's broken, well, she left me because of blah, blah, and he'll just blame her like a dumbass. Instead of saying, I don't have have what it takes to keep them.
The men who are getting the women are the men like me who don't really even want them. I wake up and I'd rather make money, do interesting, big, important things than sit around having date night.
Women teach you a lot about how to get women, which is actually quite interesting. If you want to piss a woman off, ignore her. Don't insult her. Don't reply. You should know that, because when did a woman annoy you most? She ignored you.
If you're a man who's truly busy in your empire building, you don't want to sit around with girls all day. You don't want to hang out with girls as your best friend. Those hot girls end up on our yachts. We're not chasing them. We're not hanging out with them as friends. We don't care. How do you do this? How does this happen? Yeah, it takes hard work. It also takes a degree of luck. Where does the luck come from? It comes from God. God likes you when you try. There's no such thing as working too hard. You'd be amazed how if you just do work, how amazing things happen.
I mean, I think the world's going to constantly and endlessly give you feedback. It doesn't, I mean, women are a fantastic mirror, and there's no point in getting mad at the mirror, but I guess to a degree, the whole world is a mirror on some level. I think that the thing that people struggle with most, especially men, is that we only learn lessons the hard way. That's the problem. You want to be good at learning lessons the easy way, which is really paying attention and making sure the feedback you're receiving, you need to be perceptive to it so that it doesn't have to be so hard hitting. But what people typically do is they go out for a drive, their wheels slide a little bit, they continue, and then they crash. And then they realize I should have slowed down once they hit a tree. But when they got the easy little bits of feedback, they didn't want to pay attention to them because it was easy and they thought they got away with it. They wait for it all to blow up and go wrong, and then they learn. So men only learn the hard way. But sooner or later, hard things are going to happen anyway. God's going to make sure of it. So you're never going to be able to avoid that car crash one way or another. Something's going to happen. It's going to hit you. And then it's your chance to prove to God you are the person you say you are, and to just be cerebral enough about things to understand that everything comes to an end one day unless you die. They can throw you in solitary confinement. It's going to end one day, or you're going to die. When you die, it doesn't matter anymore. So there's no point in being completely distraught about it. You have to find the joy in the crack in the sunlight through the roof, and that's life. What else can you do?
Life is hard. Life is difficult. Maybe I've just been unlucky, which I don't believe in, but I've had so much trauma and bad events and negativity and stress and all these things that have happened to me. And I've used all of it to be monumentally successful. If I wasn't that way inclined with the workload that God put on my shoulders, I'd just be in a ditch somewhere. I've spoken to dudes and like, yeah, I had a bad couple months. Why? Oh, my girl left me. You've wasted months? You wasted months over some. And when people come to me and say, oh, this happened, I'm really sad, or my heart broke, or this bad thing happened to me, I say, good. Thank the Lord that he's given you this endless source of motivation. You're wasting it, but it's been given to you. You just have to use it in the correct way. So I'm the luckiest man in the world because all the bad things that happened to me have given me all the building blocks to become the most fantastic man on the face of the planet.
I think that the worst men on earth are the ones who haven't had enough pain. You're supposed to suffer as a man. You're born to suffer. You're a better man than everyone else if your life was a mess. Because you're not what happens to you, you are how you react to it. You find a man who's never been through suffering, and nobody gives a shit about it. Men don't like him, and women don't like him.
The average people come to me and say, what do I do? I'm just the average guy. And my only answer is stop being the average guy.
How do you develop an above average income? And the answer is become an above average person. Develop an above average handshake. Develop an above average smile. Develop an above average excitement. Develop an above average intensity to win. See, that'll change everything.
Any man out here who goes, I'm just going to work hard, do my bit, and obey the laws, and I'll have a good life. No, you won't. Just doing your job is never going to make you rich, because you're just going to be taxed into infinity and you're going to stay broke. The matrix can be cracked. You can make a bunch of money, but you need to take responsibility and do it.
For things to change for you, you've got to change.
Nobody else is going to wake up and care more about your life than you. If you won't wake up every day and say, I need to get rich, nobody else is going to wake up and say, I need to make him rich. You're the only person on the planet who can think it. And I always knew, I never doubted for a second I would be what I am. I was just like, there's no way that guy in the Ferrari who drove past me is a better person than me. Maybe he's smarter than me. Fine, I'll work him.
And if you don't wake up every single day with the absolute intention to win, then you've already lost. This world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your struggles. The universe is a brutal, unforgiving place, and it only respects one thing: power. Power comes from action, from discipline, from waking up and putting in the work that 99% of people are too weak to handle. If you're not obsessed with winning, you will lose. You have to breathe success. You have to think about it every second of the day. You need to wake up hungry. You need to go to bed hungry. Luck doesn't exist. There's no magic lottery that decides who wins and who loses. You either work your ass off or you get left behind. Let me tell you something right now. You cannot escape suffering. You either suffer now by putting in the work, by pushing yourself, by making sacrifices, or you suffer later when you're broke, weak, and full of regret. You've been raised in a society that tells you it's okay to be weak, that tells you it's okay to settle. And that's why so many of you are stuck in average lives, because you listen to losers. Who do you take advice from? Who do you listen to? If the people giving you advice aren't rich, successful, and powerful, why are you listening to them? Why do you let broke people tell you how to make money? That's like taking fitness advice from a fat guy. If you want to win, you need to study winning, because success leaves clues. Most of you already already know what you need to do. You know you need to stop wasting time. You know you need to stop making excuses. You know you need to start working harder, but you don't do it. And do you know why? You let your emotions control you. You let your laziness dictate your future, waiting to feel motivated instead of just getting up and doing what needs to be done. You will never feel like working hard, but that doesn't matter. You have to do it anyway. This is the difference between men who win and men who lose. Losers make excuses, winners find solutions. Losers complain, winners execute. They don't stop when they get tired. They keep pushing forward until they win. Here's the truth. You get exactly what you deserve in life. If you're broke, you deserve to be broke. If you're weak, you deserve to be weak. If your life sucks, it's your fault. And if you don't like where you are right now, the only person who can change that is you. So the real question is, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for success? Are you willing to bet on yourself when no one else believes in you? But understand this, every second you hesitate, every moment you waste is another step closer to losing forever. Every second you hesitate, someone else is out there grinding. Every moment you waste, someone hungrier than you is taking what could have been yours. You think you've got time? You don't. You are running out of it. If you sit around complaining, waiting for someone to come and fix your life, you'll be waiting until you're old, broke, and full of regret. That should make you angry. That should make you so furious that you never waste another second again. Losing should burn you alive. It should eat at you, make you wake up every single day with an unstoppable hunger to win. But most people don't have that fire. You know why? Because they've accepted being average. And that's the most dangerous thing you can ever do. Accept less than what you are capable of. Look at yourself right now. Are you the person you were meant to be, or are you settling? Most of you are soft. You have no discipline, no self-respect. You allow distractions to control your life. You scroll on your phone for hours, watching other people win instead of building your own empire. You let women play with your emotions. That's why you lose. You must become ruthless with your time, your energy, and your focus. So what are you focused on? Because I guarantee you, your results in life are a direct reflection of your priority. You see, the problem with most people is that they want balance, they want to be successful, but they also want to relax. They want to be rich, but they also want to have fun. That's why they stay broke. Because the men who actually make it, they are willing to sacrifice everything. And if you can't handle that, if you can't handle the idea that you must give up comfort to gain power, then you don't deserve success. The strong embrace the pain of discipline because they know that pain is temporary, but regret lasts forever. How bad do you actually want success? Most of you say you want it, but do your actions match your words? You just like the idea of success. There is a huge difference between wanting something and being willing to die for it. So I'll ask you again, how bad do you really want it? Are you willing to wake up earlier, work harder, push further, sacrifice your comfort, end your distraction? If you are truly ready to step into your power, to claim your place at the top, to dominate this life instead of watching from the sideline, it's time to eliminate the nonsense. You wake up every day, moving through life like you have all the time in the world, as if your days are infinite. They are not. Every second that passes is one less second you have to become great. Life is a ruthless, cutthroat competition. The rich get richer, the strong get stronger, the powerful keep taking while the weak sit and complain. That's the game. And if you're not playing to win, then what the hell are you doing? When was the last time you truly pushed yourself? When was the last time you put yourself in a position where quitting wasn't an option? Pain is the price of success. The pain of discipline, the pain of sacrifice, the pain of pushing when your mind is screaming at you to stop. That pain is the currency you pay for greatness. That's why you're stuck in the same place year after year, because you run from the very thing that would make you great. You keep telling yourself, I'll start tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and you say the same thing. And before you know it, years have passed and you've accomplished nothing. Most of you don't understand how dangerous it is to be mediocre. Society has brainwashed you into thinking it's okay to be average, that success is optional. Let me tell you the truth. If you are not striving to be the best, you are already losing. In every area of life, the top 1% control everything. The most powerful men make all the decisions. The strongest men dominate while the weak barely survive. Look at the men who settle for average. They live paycheck to paycheck, no respect, no freedom. Their wives don't admire them. Their kids don't look up to them. Is that what you want? Because if you do not take control of your life right now, that is exactly where you are headed. Stop waiting for someone to help you. Stop expecting handouts. Stop thinking that life will magically get better. You are responsible for everything. If you are broke, you deserve to be broke. If you are weak, you deserve to be weak. The universe gives you exactly what you deserve. How much time do you waste every day? Be honest. How many hours do you spend on distractions, nonsense, useless activity? Imagine if all that time was used to level up. Where would you be right now? This is the reality. While you're watching TV, someone else is building their empire. The most painful part, you will look back one day and realize that you did this to yourself. So here's the question. What are you going to do? Are you going to keep making excuses, keep settling for mediocrity, or are you going to wake up and finally take control? See, most people go through life as if they have infinite chances, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for motivation, waiting for someone to come and hand them success on a silver platter. That never happens. The universe doesn't care about your hopes. It rewards only those who have the guts to reach out and take what they desire. And that's the reality most people refuse to accept. They love to blame their circumstances, their upbringing, the government, their boss, the economy. But let me tell you something. Your life is 100% your responsibility. Because guess what? There is always someone out there who had it worse than you and still found a way to win. People love to talk about luck. Luck doesn't exist. You make your own luck. Success is about positioning yourself so that when the opportunity comes, you are ready to dominate. And you have to understand, it's never the strongest or the smartest who win. It's the ones who refuse to quit. The breakthrough always comes right after the struggle. If you can push past that, if you can keep going when most people would quit, you will win.